this week is Big Momma. And
Hi.
yes, so Andrea suggested that we have this scrap and chat where we could go ahead and scrap. Well, Big Mom and I scrapped for about 20 minutes
Yes, truly we
and I
did.
forgot to hit the go live button. So you guys were some of you were in the chat chatting and
Hi, Rhonda.
we were just moving right along. So we're going to try and do it all over again best we can. At least we will have had practice. So, yeah, so we're gonna have Big Mama show you first. Um, she's gonna tell us, she's gonna introduce herself, and then she's gonna introduce us to her scrap babies. And then, I'm gonna introduce you to my scrap babies. I don't call them scrap babies, but since she does, I'm gonna copy her. And then we're gonna show you how we're scrapping today. You are able to scrap however you do, um, however you want to. This is not a test. This is not a challenge. This is
It's
just
not.
fun and a way for us to go ahead and to get ready to maybe use up some of our scraps and get some ideas. So today, Big Mama happily came on and is going to share so that you don't have to just watch me or listen to me.
We love watching you,
So,
girl. So don't even that.
well, thank you. So, okay, so Sandy, Big Mama. I don't call her Sandy, you guys. I call her Big Mama. She told me to. And or I call her Mama. Which is fine because I never called my mom mama. So it works.
It
It
works.
works. I just want to put that out there that from you guys will see me refer to her as mama. Um, I never called my mom mama. My mom was mom. Mom,
Did
mom,
you see
mom.
Marianne? But Marianne is
Uh,
asking about the masterboard.
um, well, the master board should be at least page size to fit in your journal. But it does not need to be a page. Okay, so whatever your page size is for your journal, that's the size your master board should be. Um, so the journal part of we're talking about your May Mish Mash Use Up Your Stash Junk Journal Challenge journal. It's a challenge that we have here on the challenge. Did I answer the question, Marianne? Then you can use your master board for whatever you want to in your journal. Okay. But yes, it would be an excellent place to use up your scraps. So you
By
guys, this shadow, I just want to explain that I doctored my dad's thing so that I would be able to go vertical um on the overview. And so the shadow is the arm. It's like interesting. So okay, yes, perfect. You guys can start on those if you'd like. Okay, Big Mama, show us those babies. Tell us
uh,
about you.
so
I'm gonna put this over here.
Julie thought maybe you guys might want to know about my scraps since I do have babies. Um, this is the container that was passed around a lot during the gathering. Carolyn asked me if I had some scraps, and I said, "Well, I do have a few." And so I brought down one of my babies. I do have, I do have a big brother.
I like
So,
how organized it is.
yeah, they're all set up by size, so you can see the taller ones are in the back down to the shorter ones, and these are more the long ones. And this other box is more the tiny little snippets off, like the I do save like a piece like this because it makes a really, really cool rosette, or I will braid them together, weave them together to make a page. So, book pages I save when I make my altered books. I will save the book pages and put them in the back here according to size, and then use them gluing them together and use them with the postcards that Julie on her digitals, she'll have like 4 on a page. And these are just really, really perfect size to glue them together. I usually use 2 or 3 of these and put her digital then on it. And so I will use these up then for the postcards to put in the pockets. And then I save like the things that have the holes in it and stuff to use as an embellishment on the edge. And then little itty bitty scraps come off and I will watercolor them.
Those are not itty bitty.
Well, there's a bunch of them, but they are
Okay.
they are so I will watercolor on them and then they are ready to use on the back of a card for a journaling spot. So I do those. Here's my section where I.
Susan Taylor Brown says, "Hi, Big Mama. Hi, Julie."
Oh, wow!
Susan, I want to thank you so much for your message. Big Mama gave me your message. Thank you so
I
very
said,
much.
oh my gosh,
You made my day, and you're gonna make her cry.
that's you.
She
I'm,
loves you so much.
I'm
This is
hiding.
so cool. So,
So,
hi, Susan. Welcome.
oh my gosh. Now look, I'm oh. So anyway, I love it when my besties are here. Oh gosh. So yeah, then we take these scraps and we can weave them. We can turn them into all kinds of trim and stuff. So that's what I was going to do today with my scraps is I like to make the rosettes out of the scraps and like a little one will go inside a big one and then you can take the scrap of paper and put behind it and have a little banner. And I love making these to be able to put in with um, when I'm sending out Happy Mail. I like to add these. This is a really, look how tiny that one is. That's that little itty bitty scrap.
Okay, that one is tiny.
Yeah. So this little scrap might be too narrow because that's like a fourth of an inch. But
Okay. I'm gonna butt in. We have several people that have come in that we need to say hello to. So I'm gonna go up here. Nikki
okay.
from Germany has come in. We have a new Rhonda. Hello, Rhonda, and welcome. And Mary is here, and Kat is here. And also, Wendy Benson says, "I finally caught you on. Yay. Woo, hello. Hi, Kathy D. Hi, Sherry." So, and then we get down here, and Sharna Mimi Cummings says, "Hi, Julie and my Big Mama."
Oh,
Hi, Mimi.
oh, this is just too wonderful.
So, hello. Oh, Sherry says that'd make a cute button.
Yes, I have crocheted those buttons, but I have not turned those into buttons. You might have seen where I took the button and crocheted around it. My ugly buttons. That's the modern ones. I don't usually use in a journal as embellishment unless I crochet around it. So that's what I do with those. So you guys are ready to get busy with some
Well,
scrapping.
I'm gonna show you mine. Mine are not as organized as hers. I love looking at hers. I want to say hello to Kathy Ashley. She said I made deco page 3 different ways while waiting for Julie. So if you guys just came in, what you don't know is that we were supposed to be live at 1 o'clock, and me and Big Mama were here
Yeah,
by ourselves
I
live.
made
I
that while
forgot
we're
to hit I forgot to hit the go live button. So yeah, there's that. And then we had a little technical difficulty with our microphones that were playing everything but our voices. So if you happen to go back and watch the beginning of this video, you really we're just getting started. So today we are playing with scraps. Big Mama has come on, and this was Andrea's idea to have a scrap and chat where we would just chat. about different things. You guys can bring up things, tell us how you like to use your scraps. Um, and that can be however you like to use your scraps, because we know there's some of you out there that just don't like your scraps, and that's okay. You can be here too. you can you can maybe do an intervention and help us a little bit. So
Are interventions allowed? I
yes, we're allowing
I thought we were.
sort of. Well, what you notice about Big Mama's scraps, this is something that I noticed, is that she has the containers, and pretty much that's they have a place where they get to live, and she pretty much keeps it to that. So what I asked her earlier was, so when you're getting close to your boxes, your baby's being full, what do you do? And so that's what I'm hoping that she's going to get her stuff out and be able to show you, um, how she goes about doing that. You guys, um, I would rather be given or or have a challenge where I'm using scraps or I'm using trash. um, I do much better than that with that, and building things from nothing or from trash, than
Read A
from
I just read Ava, and I'm sitting here going, "Oh my gosh, I am ready to get in the car, go dumpster dive, and I know where you live." Oh my gosh.
Ava would have good trash too. So what I have is I have my bot. This is new. I just got this not well, maybe a couple months ago. Um, because I wanted to see, I've got a couple places in my house that I think that this will fit. And so I bought the container for that. Well, it became my oh, look, Willoughby. There's a Willoughby. Mine are all outside. Oh, look at. So hi Savannah, welcome. Um, so I've just been putting my scraps in here. Now I just cleaned up from the home journal that I made for March or February, and the butterfly journal that I made for March. And so the scraps, you're going to recognize some of the scraps from those are in here. I even have some larger, the vellum scraps. I was like, well, I don't have the next box to put these in, so I'm going to put them in here. And so I have this, and it's very random, all different sizes. It has packaging, and yeah, so it's got tea bags, it's got everything. It's primarily for collage, for like masterboard, that kind of stuff is what I'm thinking. It's even got a doily that I've used part of it, but I'm not ready to throw it away. So I have that, and then I have these two boxes. Big Mommy, you got deja vu? We already did this. So so these boxes just have, like, after I've done a journal, I'll put the good pieces in here. These are in leaves to I used for a journal cover. Some little cards that came out of a book. Just all the random stuff. But like I said, I usually have 6, 7, 8 upcoming journals or upcoming projects, and I'll take my things and I'll go, oh wow, these will be perfect for pet rescue. I'll put those up in pet rescue. um and that's how I deal with my scraps, as I move them on. um and so then we have this one over here, and yeah, so over here we have this one, and I've done like Big Mama, I've got book pages that I really liked, that I've kept. And so I've got those two, and right now I have this one. And so this is what I'm going to be working with. And then I was going through some stuff in the kitchen.
Hi,
So I took the part that I wanted, and the rest
Lori.
what did I do? I shredded it. I shredded it because I used the shredded paper in my garden for the worms. So yeah, so there's that. So yeah, so I had to clean to be able to be here. I had to clean so I would have good decent some scraps. Hi Lori B, welcome. Lori B is here. Irma's
Yeah.
here. We are live.
Yes, we are
And
live.
yeah,
You're not
if you
you're not late.
we made it. Yeah. We were live all by ourselves for 20 minutes cuz I forgot to hit the go live button. There you go.
Yeah,
And now there's
nobody
34 of us. So, yay.
as long as they brought.
So,
Did anybody bring cookies?
oh my gosh, last night at our meeting they brought cookies and I was like, "Oh, you guys, I was on the cookie aisle and I couldn't pick out a cookie, so I didn't buy I couldn't pick any. I was like, "Do I want those or do I want those?" So I walked away and they
Hi.
were all laughing. Hi, Joyce. So I'm going to use, if you guys remember the tear book. Okay, I've actually used some pages out of this, but this is what I'm going to come in and I'm going to use. We made these. It was a mini challenge in the challenge a while back, and so I have this that I can go ahead and I can start scrapping on. So
Carrier pigeons are about right.
yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and let Big Mama take it away.
No, I'm getting hungry. Cat's got brownies.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I want brownies.
Yeah.
You know
What
what? I'm looking at the top of this and I'm like, you know what? There's some Sudoku things.
while my dear friend Julie has been conversing, I've been over here working with some scrap. I'm working on the May challenge, and during getting my pages ready for my journal, I have a whole pile of offcuts. Let me see if I can turn towards the window. So this is I'm cutting off of my paper stuff, and I sit it over to the side, and so I'm just grabbing from that pile. And one of the pieces is one of the pages is supposed to be music paper, and so here's the scrap off of my music paper. So I picked up a piece of it that is the width of the paper, and I just kind of pleated it and cut the ends. And they when you cut these, you don't have to make them symmetrical. They can be a little bit wonky because that's who I am. And so then this was another offcut that I had taken off of the digital. And I will put that then in the middle of this and have this now that I can put on a page. And what I want to show you, um, and none of this is original to Big Mama. I want to make that very, very clear. But I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and there are YouTubers out there who actually are sharing their talents because they love each other and are just sharing. And that's what I'm doing today. So you don't have to give me credit for anything. I just want you to know I love you guys, and what I know, I'm ready to give to you. Somebody told me, and so I could give you a list. It would be either Pam from the Paper Outpost, Shabby Dabby Doo It could be Nick the Booksmith, Artie Mae, or Natasha with Treasure Book, or Julie. It could be Susan Taylor Brown. It could be. Do you guys get the idea? There are a few people I watch. Somebody told me about the Elegant Writer. See this Elegant Writer? You
Oh,
can't even read that
Dan's
it's
got to get
spelled anymore. This Elegant Writer is so cool because when you use it, I'm going to put it on the edge here. And I use my table. I because I then go back and put water on the table. And when I put water on the table, then I smush paper down into the table. And so I'm just going randomly around the edge of this
Did she
and
say water on the table?
water on the table, but not coffee spilt everywhere. That that was a day. I really I really did. I copied and immediately grabbed paper and started cleaning up. Okay. So I'm going on this, but I want to show you about this elegant writer because you have to get an elegant writer. I'm now going to go back with water. I want to show you how dark that is on the edge. See how it turns out navy blue, black color on the edge of that? Depending on the paper that you use, when you go back with water, it can turn pinks and purples and greens and blues. It just changes colors like you would not believe, and it's all just adding water to that ink, and the pulp that is in that paper has a different acidity, so you don't always know what the colors are going to end up being. So as this bleeds out, some of it's going to bleed out blues, it's going to bleed out greens.
Wow.
It because I love grunge, I love this pen. And so then when I go and I put this on it, look at the difference it just made using that pen on that. So it is really worth it to go and get that pen and use it because it's almost like having a whole tray of watercolor here. And then I can squeeze this down here into where I had that ink on the table and grab another scrap and run through that ink. And I have just changed this by using that ink on my table. So see how the white paper just
Pretty.
changed? Okay.
Yeah, I think we need that pen, or I
Yeah.
need that pen. We talked about that,
And
that
I
I
went
need that pen.
that pen, I ordered it online and had Amazon deliver it while we were safer at home. This one pen. And I have used it a lot and it is still going. So I want you to know it is really worth your investment to buy something like this. It's great when you're highlighting. If if you decided that you wanted to do this, the verbiage that's on here, and you're going to add it to something, and you just want to go and that word gently is now the word that I want to really, really emphasize on my piece of paper. So then I just go back again with that water pen.
What is the name of it again?
It's called
They're
the
asking.
Elegant Rider, and you can get them at Hobby Lobby. I haven't seen it at Walmart, but because Walmart is a place where I can really, because it's just down the street. But see how adding the water around that and how it just bleeds out?
I think
It's
it's so pretty.
it's
She
a
showed
wonder
me this the other day. I'm like, yeah,
yeah,
time to shop.
it's a wonderful
It's
asset.
made by Speedball. Wendy Benson is saying it's called Elegant Writer.
So it's a wonderful asset for you to have in your craft room. And I am not being paid by anybody for anything, believe me. I, well, Big Daddy, he gives me the money, but I
Heck,
pay
he
him.
gives you postcards.
Julie, take over the conversation. I'll go get that pile of postcards.
Okay, yes. Big Mama, Big Daddy, she's gonna go get her postcards that Big Daddy got her the um in the thing. So I'm gonna do Big Mama tape thing here. Okay, Big Mama showed me this. I don't know where she learned it, but I think it's really cool, and I've been doing it. And so I have my masking tape from the dollar store, and I have stolen some of the words off of my dictionary page, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add glue to it, and I'm going to do my right and left corner. So this piece was sitting in there. It's almost an embellishment. So I have a box of embellishments, and I know that I have a bunch of yellow stuff that I will be able to use this with. I have a whole bunch of embellishments that are this the botanical. Actually, this is Saving Spring kit, digital kit with the dried daffodils and narcissus. So go ahead, show us your loot.
I'm just I just love it, love it, love it. Look at those and look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. So when Julie says I have to have something in every pocket, guess what? I have something to go in the pockets. But Big Daddy, he likes going into the auctions for me now. I've got him trained. But look at that. I just yeah, and I will be sending you guys some in Happy Mail, so I love it. I love having so much. I just yeah. Oh boy.
So cool.
So back to scrapping. You guys want to know how to use scraps?
Yeah, but
That,
we like the commercial. That was cool. Well, we have a commercial.
yeah.
So Irma says she's jelly.
Oh, Irma, you got you a cool husband too. It won't take long before you get him trained. It all starts with that subliminal messages you give them at 3 o'clock in the morning while they're sleeping. Remember, check out the auctions online. You will be so fulfilled if you buy 100 postcards for Big Mama.
I just want Tom to go to Lowe's on his way home and get me my tape. This is how much I have left.
Hi, Vicky. Welcome. I'm
Hi,
glad you.
Vicky. So I'm trying to get this so that I can use this as the back of my card. So I'm making more scraps.
And I took a piece of this. This is just the white paper that I cut off of the digital, and I took some of the. Now I can't find it. Ah, that's because I have my little birdie. The I have this, but I don't use it as scribble sticks, because I'm not fond of the way they leave the line on the paper like a crayon. But as you can see, my tray looks pretty gnarly because I just take and go right into them. I don't even pull them out of here. I go back in them and I put up here and then
Ah.
color my paper.
And
Like
what were those that you're using?
the Dina Wakley's scribble sticks.
I don't have those. I just got the Tim Holtz watercolor pencils.
So I have used these a lot, and I don't, like I said, I don't even pull them out of the tray. I just, where the paper, there's no paper here, I just dip in and get that and paint on my paper. So that's what I did here is I painted on the paper, and I'm now just taking and pleating it into a circled rosette and going around until I complete the circle, and then I will have another one of these. So that's what I'm doing with the offcuts. Another thing that you can do with the wider one is Julie is going to now have probably with um, nervous moment to turn this into the shape of a straw, Julie.
I
When
did
I
mine backwards.
when I am in a
My
restaurant,
video no longer exists, but yours does.
when I am in
So
a
watch for that. Coming soon, we will have Big Mama making a flower out of a rose soon, but not Julie doing it. No, no,
so
Julie flunked. The best one at the table, I think, was Andrea's husband. He
yes, yes.
made an excellent flower.
Gnarly
I'm
is
sure
my
there were others, but but mine did not. I
okay.
started off by cutting mine wrong or
So
ribbing mine wrong.
I'm taking this paper and I'm running my thumb down through it, giving it a curve like a little boat. Okay, so you've got like a celery stick. So then it's got a wide edge here, and I don't want the wide edge to show, so I'm going to fold it in like a third, and then I'm going to fold the other side in and cover that up, creating kind of a tube like you have a straw. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go probably an inch to an inch and a half in, because that would be the top. You know, you've got it on your straw. When you pull it off and you're in a restaurant, you've got this part that's kind of gotten torn. So I'm going to drop that down to where I have it at this angle. So this is what it looks like facing me. All right. So then I'm going to fold it away from me and roll this in, fold it away from me and roll it in. And I'm going to just going around and doing it and folding this in. And this, like I said, I'm just using that scrap, and that scrap was about an inch wide. And I'm bringing it on in and around. I don't know if you can see that very well, how I'm bringing it in and around. And as I bring it in and around, I'm going to get to where I've got about 3 inches now left. Okay. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to lock it in the back by taking that 1 inch piece and twisting it with the 3 inch piece. Now I'm going to take the 3 inch piece and I'm going to twist away from me, creating the stem. And that has locked it in to where it won't come apart. There's no glue involved. And I'm twisting that nice and hard. And then back here where I've got the little 1 inch piece, I am now going to twist it the opposite direction this one went, because if they're twisted the same direction, then they're going to come apart. And that creates my leaf at the top of the rose. Okay. So there is your scrap.
Oh my gosh, that one's beautiful. That looks way better than the white straw.
But if you do it with the white straw and you give this to your waitress, the waitresses usually have to share their tips. But when you do something like this for them and you take that little piece of paper that was wrapped around your, let me find one that's, I have no scraps here to use. So this is the little thing that has been wrapped around your silverware, okay? And it's got a little bit of stickiness on it. So you take that little piece of paper that's got the sticky and you fold it down. Now remember, this is all your trash at your table. And you make
Yeah.
this little envelope now for the waitress. And then you take that little straw paper and take and put that little rose with it. And you write in the inside of here, thank you so much. You weren't invisible today. You took care of me. I was hungry. I was tired. We went
Oh.
out to eat, and you were such a delight. Your smile filled the room. Whatever you want to write in there, and you leave that little thank you note for them with that little rose.
Cat
And
wants to order 6 dozen roses, Big Mama.
well, Kat, you can make them. Look at that. That's Julie's digital offcut. And so
That is
you
cool.
thank you that you can leave the waitress and she doesn't have to share that with anybody. That's her tip from you that told her she did a great job and she mattered. She wasn't invisible anymore. And she didn't have to share that tip. So there's something that you can do with your scraps at the table when you're eating at a restaurant with that little piece of paper that comes off your straw. But now this you can put in a journal because you don't have a lot of bulk there. And you can put that and have a little note in there that's a little legacy note to your granddaughter that says, today on May the 7th, you popped in and you were running over to your friend's house and you just decided to pop in and say goodbye. And you gave me a kiss on the neck and you were out, but you let me know as a grandma I wasn't invisible. Thank you so much. And you dated, you might put how old she was. And 10 years from now, she finds that note and says, I don't even remember that day, but what I did mattered. And you leave a legacy like that for your loved one. So these little things that you're wondering, why do we put them in our journal? Is for that treasure hunt for your babies to find that said that their lives made an imprint on you. So that's why you do these things. There you go. It's your turn.
Well, I just wanted to look at. I found it, and I found the top, so I can finally try it and use it. So I just was like, oh, I don't know if it's gonna come out. I haven't done anything. All I did was put the thing. I hope it doesn't like jump out or anything.
All I
Okay,
can,
it's
Lori B,
okay.
is this grungy enough?
Oh wow.
Is there enough light on that for you to see all the
Is it?
grunge?
Is it? Did I need to pop it first and then put the top on it?
Oh,
I'm afraid to push on it too hard and have the glue.
I don't know.
I
Yes,
don't
we
know either. It's
don't. We can't. I have used this bottle so much, and I will keep using it. I just,
okay.
yeah, I got so much DNA on here that if someone
Okay,
steals,
it's oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Does it remind you of a rub on the other day? You guys, we practiced the other day. We practiced and I had a 20 minute. It took me 20 minutes to get a rub on to rub on.
Irma, I
Yeah,
think
okay.
it's probably in her little folder with her scissors.
Okay. So now I'm putting it on.
We're
I know
not.
you guys, how many years have you guys been trying to get me to try to change? Well, I am in because I got the giant bottle up there, so I
uh,
better like this, but I'm afraid. Okay, so
We're,
we just
we're not picking on you, Julie. We're not
that's
picking.
okay. I have big shoulders. You guys didn't know that because you don't see me very often, but I have big shoulders, so I can take it. I'm gonna have to learn how to not put so much on, I think. Oh, so I have one of my it's actually a sticker. I just put glue on a sticker. Um, I
Cat,
was so excited. I was like,
it doesn't matter how many tips she has. If
I
she doesn't,
have the metal tip and I have the metal pin, the
yeah.
special stainless steel pin. I'm all set. And somewhere around in this craft room, there's another one of these. I did get one before and I lost it, and then I bought a second one, and I think it got delivered like a month ago, and it just came in. I mean,
But
I just
metal,
found it.
if you don't open the bottle, metal tips don't work. It doesn't. You got to open the bottle.
Yeah, I opened it. We're
Got to
good
take
now.
off the bottle.
I did that on camera and everything. So you guys, this was in my in there, and I was like, okay, well, I could keep putting it back in there, or I can go ahead and make something. And so I chose to make something rather than keep putting it back into the to things. So I have this tag that I used this, and I used I used this. This came off of there. And yeah, so there's that. Oh, we'll put it up here. So while Big Mama was doing the other, I went ahead and the first thing I saw in my box was the Sudoku squares, and so I just did a little scrappy cluster with some of the back from the tape.
By
So
Jo
remember when we take it apart, we get this.
Joyce, is that holy macaroni and cheese like Julie
I
make? Holy macaroni.
say, holy macaroni and cheese. Yeah, I say that. That was my replacement for when I used to not say that. So this one has some of the green tissue, doily, that, and this little scrap. And then I can put something, a label or something here that matches what I'm doing. So bye, Joyce. Thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you got to do some fun stuff in your garden. So while I was doing that, I made more scraps out of tape because that's what happens with me. I end up making more scraps, but we'll put my ticket back. This is really cool having the whole desk. Do you see this? My arm can go over here because usually there's a wood piece that I can't.
The
Okay, so
the
I
very
have
first
this.
time I saw you, I saw that you were in the corner. I'm like, "What you do wrong? You were in the corner." You had that box.
Yep. Yep. So I have this piece. This was from a calendar and it had pockets, and this was one of the pockets. And so I'm going to just turn it into a pocket but I'm going to use the the things that are more neutral, and then I can add something that's colorful to it so that it can go into a digital. I've got a box of things that I'm adding these to. So, yeah, but a master board is one of the things we could be doing. Um, I do that all the time, and so I wanted to do just
When Julie was talking about pulling the thing off of the page, it's really, really cool, um, using this also for stationery. When you send somebody a letter, you can take and pull off the words off the page, and then you can add napkin to it. And I know that I have mailed out some to people, but when you pull off the tape, like she's saying, be sure that you pull it off at an angle, because if you pull it off straight up and down, what you can do is compromise the paper and tear it. Like if I'm going to pull this straight down like that, I could rip the paper because some of the paper is thinner than others. But when you take and pull it off at an angle and pull it to the side like this, you're not going to tear that page. And you're going to then have that journaling spot and take your glue stick and put some napkin to it. I save all of my scraps of napkins, and you can put that then over it and send somebody a pretty little letter. And you've just got this page right here. Take it away, Julie.
oh, I'm still stacking. I'm stacking stuff on here because I like to stack stuff on
Yeah,
my
you're
stuff.
stacking
I'm
on
a
a
I'm a
stack.
stacker. So I'm collaging, and I am wrinkling it so that I get some texture on it because I think that'll be fun. And then I'm going to add this there, and then I can come in once I know what it's for. If it's for a bird journal, I can bring in a bird. I can bring in a color that I might need for whatever the project is that I'm working on. But I've got the beginning of a pocket. I think the other thing that I will do, and so the art glitter glue, you guys said that we can use that on the glossy paper. Is that
Yeah,
right?
I use it on the,
Okay.
let me prove it. Don't just say it.
So now I could have put it on a cup. Boy, I can't see to put that in there.
This
Yes, I
is,
can. I can see. I can see.
this is the May mashup, or we could call it the Amish, whichever one, the Amish challenge. But here where I did the door,
Oh yeah.
I put that acetate in there with the art glitter glue and the paper. See how it is, Julie? That's with art glitter
It's
glue.
sticking. Okay.
It's sticking just fine.
That was fun watching you make that.
Andrea, are you still there, baby? You were wanting to know about the top layers. Let me take my
Yeah.
page.
If you guys have questions, ask us questions. If you want to
Yeah.
see something, let us know.
This, Andrea, you had asked about sewing on the different covers. And so what I did, this is the top one. I added to the top one my material and lace. And so this lace I kept loose until after I put in my covers. And so like this cover, I put the lace on the back side here and brought it around to the front side and sewed it into the material here, holding it in place. And then when I put the signatures in, that's going to hold this lace up. So I did that on each one of these, holding each one of the book covers in place, doing the lace on the edge and then sewing it into the material. And then after I got done, I brought the lace around to the back, gluing them all in together. So that's one way to hold them all in together. So Andrea, that was for you. You were wanting to know how to put those other two layers on there. That's how I did it.
So another way that I would or could use scraps, and this I did with scraps of material, was the ready ribbons. So I tore out pieces of paper and then I just stitched my fabric on here. You can do the same thing with paper ruffles.
Uh-huh.
So, and your ruffles don't all need to be the same thing, but I could go ahead, split this in half, and I like to do it on my sewing machine. It's much easier on my sewing machine. But just put it on and then start feeding the pieces through. And you can go through, you saw how you can go through this pretty fast and have a big line of ready ruffles. I like to put the paper on the back because then I can use it'll be paper to paper. And I can go ahead and rip this down if I don't want to see the paper. I can rip this down and so that is a another scrap idea. This was using fabric, but you could use paper um, instead if you wanted to. So there you go.
If you don't,
I'm oops, go ahead.
I was going to say, if you don't have the sewing machine, go ahead and thread that needle, because your paper, you can take and do a pleat, and then just catch with a couple of stitches, and just don't pull your thread all the way through, and catch that, and then do another pleat. And you can make it as wonky. See, I like wonky, but you can, as you're stitching it, go ahead and catch it if you don't have a sewing machine. And this is something that you can do. I know, Susan Taylor Brown, if you're still here, you like to do stuff sitting there at the television watching your TV, but you can then sit there and just take these scraps and you can just hand sew them too. Um, Julie, what she's saying, it's a lot faster if you use that sewing machine is to zip them through. But if you don't have one, don't feel like, well, I can't do that. You can do it
Right.
uh, with the needle and thread.
You can also scrunch it like I just scrunched it on here with pattern tissue. So I added an edge, a grungy edge to
Oh, well, we have some interesting people popping in.
yeah, it's because we're live.
Yeah. Kat, you got that?
So we don't go uh political or anything on here, you guys. Okay. So
Oh, thank you, Kat.
so
This one that I
yeah.
did
This is a um
and see, I hand sewed this one.
oh,
It,
I like that.
yeah, it does not have to be pretty. And then when you put that rosette on it, you don't have to worry about your stitches or anything. You can put whatever size rosette you want to put on there. So don't ever limit yourself because somebody said you had to use a sewing machine or you have to use art glitter glue or you have to use what products you have. That's what junk journaling is all about. Is we're trying to use what we've got to create beautiful art.
Yeah.
Hands are on the wheel. Good girl.
Thank you, Kat. Okay,
Rolling.
so I'm rolling I'm rolling.
Yeah.
I'm rolling my tissue to get the wrinkly to have some texture on. Oh, you I forgot you guys can't see what I'm doing. I'm in the whatchamacallit book, the tear book, and I'm making things so that I can go in and tear them out,
I
and
thought,
I can do pages that are more by color or by theme this way.
yeah. When Dawn, that's the first person I had seen do one of those books, and I thought that was really great because I've got you walked past those books, so you know I have books.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of books I won't use, but now I have tear books, and that's wonderful to be able to use up the scraps and do the tear books.
So that was Dawn at Scrapbook Sage. She was a design team member, and she showed us that in one of her design team videos. And then we had it as a mini challenge in the challenge. So,
And what a wonderful challenge it was because it really was saying, okay, use up your scraps. Nobody had to run out and buy anything. It was just using up. You could have used one of those catalogs that comes in the mail or anything to make this book. And it's such a wonderful way to use them up.
yeah. Yeah. So I've got a Sudoku page adding to it. I like numbers somewhere in there. So what I've got is I've added the green tissue, I've got some sewing paper. Um, this was from a newspaper that was something was wrapped in it, and it was from the 70s, and I took and it was like the Dow Jones page, and I took it because I thought it was really cool that it all the numbers. I love numbers. So then we have some dictionary here, doily, and the green now has the texture with the ruffle. And then what I can do is I can add more and make it bigger, but that's tag size basically. So I can go ahead and come in with the metal ruler when I'm ready, and I can just go ahead and pull out the part that I want, and I can go ahead and make a tag, or I can make a pocket, or whatever I might want to make out of that. So, yeah, so really cool. Thank you again, Dawn at Scrapbook Sage, for that idea. And it has been helpful. I have a jelly plate piece.
I have.
Oh, here. You want that? You can, here. You want that? You can make a rose out of that.
You
I
can make a
can't.
dress out of that.
Oh, no, no, no.
Yeah, this
Rose.
this
No,
is
no.
my this is
Hi,
the one
BM. Welcome.
this is the one that I did just by doing the clusters on the page, and then when I tear it out, I've got some of this, and I like that I the older books you don't have to really worry about what the verbiage is on there if it's going to be destructive or not. And so when I put the pieces down, I'm not going to probably use this right away, and I can add more pieces on top of that for my clusters. And so that's what's so nice about these tear books is that you can just take your scraps of pieces and put on there and not have to worry about the words. And
Yep. So
yeah,
right
you
now I got a tea bag.
pour out pages and use the pages, but it's really nice to have the collages just on there. And then I can go back and tear out those collages as I need them on here. So it'll be some of the original page that will also go with it. The reason why I
Oh, the
used this is that the book this is like using a scrap of a napkin and just glued down that scrap of napkin on there, and then later on I may go back and put like something like this on it with the rosette, and so I've got this all ready to go. Bye bye, Irma. Dinner is served. Wait a minute, how long have we been here? Nah.
oh my gosh, what am I gonna make? I don't even know what I'm gonna make for dinner. Made tacos last night. Tonight
I
we don't have a meeting, so no meetings tonight. Yay.
Here's a scrap of napkin that I had left over. And so I just glued that scrap of napkin down on here. And so I can grab this then and just rip this out. And I've got that book page already under there. Some more scraps of napkin. So it's a wonderful way. This was, like she said, Dawn came up with this idea for us. I don't know if somebody gave it to her, but it certainly is a great way to use up our things.
Yeah, so Vicky says that she collages, let me see. Says I collage in a calendar so it all stays in one book, then tear it out as I need. Isn't that's a great way of doing it too. You've got your double whammy. You're using a calendar and you're
That is
getting rid of scraps.
a very good idea. Yeah.
So there I've added an edge. Okay.
Uh,
And
tonight-
I can ink it later. You guys know that I'm not a huge fan of inking, so but I do. Sometimes I do it just to surprise y'all. I pull out the ink.
Oh
Um
gosh. So I showed you I use this table. Big Daddy just took a big, huge 4 by 8 piece of masonite and put some formica on top of it. Dropped it down on a couple of desks. So I've got a desk here and one on the end for my grandbabies or Andrea. That's Andrea's chair today. But because this formica is so wonderful to use and it cleans up really good. But I can put the ink right down here on this, and then with my spray bottle on that distress ink, and then offcuts from the Dear Julie Digital
you're
take
silly.
and do this. And like I said, it was he cut it to 6 feet, but it was an 8 foot long piece. And so I can throw this down on the end of the table now and just let that air dry. and I've got this scrap to use later. And so that's what's so wonderful about using your inks that Julie doesn't like to use is you can take, okay, remember I was just taking the tape and taking words off of a page. And so now I've got this piece of paper now that has the words off, and I put ink on here, spritzed it with water, and now I'm just rubbing that down in there, and see how that came up.
Oh, yeah.
And then when I take a little bit of that napkin, what I do with that napkin, Julie? Ah,
I don't know. Did you have liquid on your table?
I uh, uh, uh,
Liquid on your table. You
uh,
guys all know that I'm not allowed to have liquid on my table.
Julie, Julie,
Ah, spray bottle, liquid on your table.
yeah, and a glass of ice tea. But yeah,
And
got to have that right there in that little drawer.
yeah, I do have my squirt, but it's way down here. It's got a large mug that I put it in so the cat won't knock it over.
I do. My tapes are here. Have you guys ever had any washi tape?
Yeah, do you have any washi tape out there, you guys? That's another thing that you can do
Scraps.
with your scraps.
Yes.
If you can find your tape, double-sided tape, you
Oh,
can go ahead and make your own washi.
double sided. Hey, I
Oh,
wonder.
wait a minute. Wait a minute. The washi police will get us. It is faux washi. Washi is made out of a special paper only.
Oh,
So, yeah.
oh,
Yeah. I was yeah.
you were
I
school?
have been I was schooled by the washi police.
Oh,
So, I'm taking double-sided tape. I have a big one. Um I get
to
it at the $1.49 store, which I haven't they've reopened our $1.49 store. A car ran into it, and so it has been closed for several months, and they recently reopened, but I have not been there yet. I think I'm gonna come over here and grab this. So what I've got here is I've got some of the Tim Holtz Wildflower vellum, and it's a piece that I had left over, and so I've attached my double-sided tape to that, and then I can just come in and cut it.
washi police.
I have faux washi. Faux washi.
All I can say is, do you have to apply for the job to
The
be?
wa a washi police? I don't know, I should have asked. I
Woohoo!
was I was so caught off guard that,
The applications. How do you pick who's going to get the job? Will they stick to it long enough? Washi doesn't stick to anything for long. So you look at the resume and say, "Oh, this person he quits all the time." So anyway, I just pulled words off of my page, and I am now going to take and put them down with double-sided tape if I can get the stupid thing off of there. I mean, if I can get them off
so
and there.
you can just rip it,
Yeah,
just
but
like
now
washi tape. This one is got some peach flowers on it, so it's going up here in my peach box. So the journal the peach journal. It's got a little bit that doesn't have any, glue on it, but I'm like, "Okay." Um,
and you
yeah.
learned it first. All I can say is your words are on backwards if you do it the way I just did it. So because it's true washi, you can pull it right back up. Faux, true faux washi,
True faux washi.
and it's now got the sticky side up. But look at what I've got in my craft room. I have fairy dust, and it's faux fairy dust. Real glitter.
So I've got this, I've got this. It's really sticky, like
But now
so
this
sticky.
one. Oh my goodness. And just like
So this is this washi thing. This is a fast way of using up some stuff. Okay, I'm gonna come back to another page.
is anybody learning anything new here besides me? Uh, I've never done this before with the double-sided tape. So if you're learning along with me, raise your hand.
You can also, you can do the magazine thing, but anything that that you're using in your journal or your project that you uh, want to have. Oh, pretty! You want to have uh, some to match. You go ahead, just add the double-sided tape, and you've got that you're going to be able to add. Because I mean, think about it. A washi, you get that big whole long roll, and for one project, you're probably not going to use the whole thing. Um, you guys, here I just took a whole page of a digital and added the whole page in the tear book. I'm like, I can just tear that whole thing,
Yeah.
tear the pieces because I didn't want to lose it. I was like, so this is for me. This was a great place to put. I put some of the things that I just didn't want to lose. There was a telephone sticker that I had, and I was like, "Oh, that's so cool!" And it's in here somewhere. I don't, I've now lost it, but I put it in here because I didn't want to lose it.
We don't lose things, we organize it.
And
It's organ
here I actually did go in and I stamped on it on the page. So I have some pattern pages in here. I have a whole section that is the Amazon paper. Okay, a whole section that's Amazon paper. I have a section that is Dollar Tree wrapping, packaging, paper. And then back here I have a variety of papers that I can add things to that are the usual papers that I use in my journal. So, yeah, it's like I put things in here because I don't want to lose them and then I lost it. Ah, so
so
there's a tattoo right here that is a stamped on parchment paper. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's going to get lost. So I put it in here.
yeah.
And maybe it's before this. Maybe I know that it's up there. It is. It's just a little tiny sticker, and it didn't want to stick anymore on the sticker sheet. So I took it and I put it in here with some of that newspaper that was the Dow Jones, the stock market stuff. And someday the two will be connected and turned into something. But and I don't know if you guys could see, but my Big Mama tapes are sticking to the thing. I should just put those in here so I don't lose them.
So Big Mama has a few of these tapes. Does anybody want me to put it in a Happy Mail envelope for you? Because I will be happy to send you some tape that has book paper in it from a book that you don't have to worry about the words being bad because it's a old book that before they used those descriptive words to describe their emotions. So if you want, I will put this in an envelope for you. First person's name I see that says me.
So yeah. So you'll notice that I'm I like to uh I'm the lazy scrapper. I'm gonna do this the easy way.
Okay, Kathy, they're yours.
Oh, how are you feeling, Kathy?
Oh, I
Okay. So I'm trying to
oh,
stick with the.
okay, Kathy, Ava, I got 3 people. I can do this. I can do 3 of you. No more me's. Now I'm moving you guys
So
around.
Kathy, Ava, Kathy.
Yeah.
Oh, good. She's feeling better. That is good to hear. Okay, I've got this big green piece. Um, and I just think it's going to be perfect to go into the either on the side of one. You see, I'm just well, you don't see because you see me. I'm not used to having me on here. It's usually what I'm doing, so I think that you can see what I'm doing. And so I have this green piece, and I'm going to put it either on the inside or the outside edge. The other thing is I'm only decorating one side of
I
these.
had to learn that. I learned it the hard way in my book because I'm like, "Oh, well, I know you only in a book like this, you only put it on one side because you're going to tear it out and glue it down. And you do want to check and see if there are, like on this one, I wish that I had looked because look, it's got pretty pictures and I would have wanted to save that picture. So I probably won't use the side that has the napkin up there. And I will redo this page because it's got Rosa's mother laying there and Rosa's talking to her mom with love.
Aw,
It's a special picture.
yeah. Happy Mother's Day week, everybody.
Thank you. There'll be 1,000 thank yous now.
So
Here,
just
and you got a hearts pop up there. People are hearting you.
aw, um, I I was a florist, or I still am. Been a florist for many, many, many years, like 45 years. Did my first wedding 46 years ago. And so, you guys, this week I would not be sleeping. I would probably go home, take a shower, go back to work, starting today. I would take a nap at some point. But that was it. Because when I lived in Iowa and I worked at the flower shop there, prom was on Mother's Day weekend. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. So you get to stay up all night the night before. But that meant we were making a whole lot of corsages um,
Uh,
and all the others,
Amy,
all the other stuff. I loved Mother's Day as a florist because it was such a variety. There, such a variety of things that you could work with and make and do, and also roses are not expensive like they are at Valentine's Day. They've So it was just a much better experience. Oh, yeah. So I'm just adding some more pieces to some of the pages in here. Instead of making one giant master board, I am making several, is basically what I'm doing.
June, how is the weather there in Scotland? We
Ooh,
have
Scotland.
Baby Jane, June Baby Jane 1 from Scotland has just discovered the channel.
Well, welcome. Welcome, welcome. We're
Why are you
kind of an interesting channel here.
yeah,
We
are
normally are on at or I have a video every day at 10:30 and that is Pacific Standard Time, and we have a challenge that we do that is offered each month that you can join in on if you like. And um, but we have this amazing community, and so excited that you are able to be here today. So we invite you to join us on any of those other dates or times. And this time today, I have Big Mama joining me, and so that is really exciting. This scrap and chat is something that we want to do, and we would like to be able to do it with more people. And so, looking at a couple of different ways that we can have more than just two of us on here. And I I don't want to say I'm technically challenged, but I'm technically challenged. Obviously, by the start of
um,
today's video, I am technically challenged.
bye-bye. Yeah, she's gonna go eat. I don't know what's up with that. It's supper time over there on the East Coast, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Well, Andrea, thank you. This was such a great idea that you came up with, and I hope that it met your expectations. I'm sorry that your appointment was uh, rescheduled. Not. I'm really glad you were here.
Yes, it was
So,
wonderful to show up. All right.
so 10:30 or 10:40 p.m. in Scotland. I would be. Yeah, we do bed early here. And actually, we've been doing 8:30, and we've been talking that we might need to do 8 o'clock. Um, Tom is really tired when he's driving, so
Heather, how is the
other wow.
is it spring at all in Nova Scotia? We have some little wrens who have just migrated in, and they are such a delight in the morning singing to us. I love it.
Oh,
They're little chatterboxes. I just love how they're just each other off, I guess. But oh, okay. So in the United States, is that 18 degrees Fahrenheit, or are you talking Celsius?
oh,
Yeah, June, I would
be
be too at 10:45. I would be so I'm solar powered. If the sun is down, I'm down. So this is the year I get a little bit more hours out of me. Oh, good. So you're not freezing. 18, I don't do 18. So I'm glad to know that that was Celsius. Look at you, Cat, knowing about the good weather out there. So are we?
I am not making a very big dent
Oh
in
no,
my
I've just pulled my scrap pile to me and got nothing done. I hope that we've given some wonderful ideas, though, for you guys to use your scraps. That
Yeah, we were trying to come up with show you the oldies, but also some other ideas as well.
um,
And
when I put the paint on this piece, it looked a little bit more like a crime scene cleanup. But then when you fold it and turn it into a flower, it's the dark is out on the outside edge to the middle, and it looks a whole lot better. It doesn't look like
crimes.
yeah, it looked like my Poppy's journal that I made, remember?
Yes.
Uh, those poppies were everywhere. So
Crime scene. Oh, it's funny.
So I know that when I mail out this Happy Mail to Kathy and Ava, Kathy S. and Ava, they're going to get that. But I'm thinking that Kathy Ashley needs a whole lot of this scrap, right,
Yeah,
Kat?
she said she didn't have any scraps.
I know. And I'm thinking that, Idaho needs a little bit more scrap. So I'm sending it. So don't be shocked at what you get in your envelope, girlfriend, in the valley. Yes, very sunny, Mimi, very sunny. And Big Daddy, he's already left. He does the kids club at church, and so he's already taken out. I've got some baked fish down there I'm going to have for supper. He gets to eat with the kids, and they're doing hot dogs tonight, like Andrea is. Okay, so there's my crime scene rosette.
Oh, we could do hot dogs.
Yeah,
We could do hot dogs. I've got that.
yeah. I almost sang a hot dog song, but I don't know. You probably get in trouble. Hot dog
Yeah,
commercials.
they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't like you singing or having
Uh,
music. I was looking at one of my old videos and it got a it got a strike, but what it was back when you could there was other music and you could use that other music, and now the people don't want it to be public. I'm like, well, that's not fair because you made it as your public music
yeah.
and then you took it away. So
Another thing,
all that happened is it took the monetization off of it. No big deal. It says no repercussions or anything, but
oh, good. I ain't paid for nothing, guys. I don't get paid for, if I was to have sang the Armor hot dog song, I wouldn't have got paid. But you can also, instead of doing a full circle, you can do it halfway like this. And so those are for the littler pieces. And then use that at the top and make a banner. I'm going to make one real quick so that I can say I at least made one thing. And the way I do these to cut the bottom is I cut in the middle up, and then the point goes to that middle there, and then back over to this one. And so that's how I do my V shape. Can you guys see that very well? And so
yeah,
then when I do the banner,
yeah, that's another good one.
there's, see how you can do the banner then with just doing a half of one.
Pretty. With the little rosette thingy on the
I want
half
you to see
moon.
I folded this back so it can then go over a page like that. And so you've got a tuck spot then that you can put. I can put tape, a little bit of glue on here so that I can slide something up underneath for a spot there. And I've got the banner. What's nice about this is you can put a word on there, or you can take a piece of lace or whatever and put on there, and you've got that banner. Then I would, on the page, I would put it to one side or the other, and that way you'd have the journaling spot here And then you'd have something little that you're going to tuck up underneath there that might go with the story that you've written on here about the meal. You might want to then put the ticket from the restaurant or something up underneath here, or the name of your waitress that served. Put that under there, and so you've got what's here tying in with what's over here. So I would put
And
that on there.
she said banner, so I made a Scrappy banner.
Look at you! Like, are you in my head again?
So I just made a little. Well, you said banner, and I went banner, banner. I haven't made a banner. So
Yeah,
Scrappy banner.
Scrappy.
I used 3 scraps. Woohoo! And it matches this. I'm gonna put it in here on this page.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm gonna paper clip it because it'll match this page.
there you go. And I'm going to find that tape because I have to send out more of my tape with words. And so I've got to take some more off.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab little. Look at that's all that's left of the doily now. I've been using the doily. I almost have a whole page in this turned into something.
I also, when I tear off the pages, a while ago, I was ripping my tape to just the smaller sizes. But usually, what I will do is I will just keep it intact. This is the cheapest masking tape I can find out there. If you do not you need to use expensive, I use the cheapest tape that's out there. And so I keep it all on here. And that way I've got a long piece of that faux washi tape.
I have a piece of that, some of that, the roll of paper that's got words on it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put that on here. I'm doing a page, a whole page of like a masterboard. How do I like the glue? You guys, I keep forgetting to use it. Keep using my glue stick. Um, so I need to get on that because I know you guys are all wanting me to love it, and I probably will.
Well,
Like I said, I bought the big one like at Christmas time or my birthday. Well, maybe not that far back, but I bought it quite a while ago. And I bought the little one and I bought the tip and then I lost the tip. And then I kept forgetting to order another tip, but I finally got it. Okay. Got one more place on here that needs something. And so I've got more of the Tim Holtz paper. And I'm
another
just
that you can use, Marianne, is the medical tape. Just a second. I may have used it all up. I'll just tease you with the information since I can't find it. No, wait.
what are you gonna do with medical tape?
This is the 3M micro pore medical tape that is the paper tape for sensitive skin. And what's wonderful about it is that when you can't find the end of it, you can't use it.
I have this one. It's giant. It's it's for bodies. So you gotta
It,
tape the whole body.
is that the paper tape?
This one, no, this one has fabric to it.
Okay. This is the paper tape for sensitive skin. I
Paper
can't
for s-
end of it. There it is. I found it. Found it. But you can use it to take the words off. Let me find a piece of paper that has words still on it.
Oh, Mimi, be careful. She has a tornado warning till 5:15. It's south of us 15 miles. Gosh, you guys, I watched the Ryan Hall guy the other night for hours.
Oh, Mimi. So this is what it looks like using the paper medical tape. And this is paper for sensitive skin. This is using the duct tape. So you can see that with the sensitive skin, you've got more of a white tone, and this one
Mm.
is more of a yellow. And that sun is really, really coming in now. I hate to be bragging about sunshine when Mimi's got those clouds, but see how the white looks. This would be my preference, but I am almost out of it. Could you tell?
So
Look at that. I'm all the way down to the end.
there's my page
Good
and
job.
the
You
banner that matches it.
stick it
Got a
right.
page and a banner.
So here is a book page that I have taken the words off and I added a tea bag to it. And so the words have been taken off here and they were taken off in here. And so this is a piece of napkin that I put up here and put this on here so that I can write a letter to somebody. And so a napkin will really take the ink extremely well for you to write a really, really cool letter to somebody. And so, like I said, this is just a book page that I have taken the words off. And so you can see that the little bit of the words are underneath there still. And that's
Yeah.
just, and you don't have to put the napkin on there. I have already taken the words off here and I can write to Julie.
To me? So I have this piece of napkin that keeps getting moved from one thing to another. I'm going to put it in the book
Let's
because
see,
if I want to make it an embellishment or something, I can still do that out of this book.
it,
Go ahead.
it, it does take the
Oh,
ink really well.
very cool.
So when you're writing somebody a letter, you can do that and put a little bit of the napkin on it. And I save all those little scraps. So here I could put,
Bye, Kathy D.
Kathy, are you leaving us?
Yes, go get ready for church.
Okay.
Thank you for coming.
Send Big Daddy out the door already.
I'm like, do I have all my chores done? I went and bought dirt yesterday to work in the garden, and I came home and it's been windy ever since. It was like not windy when I went, but I came home and it was windy. So
I showed them while everybody was here at the gathering that I buy the old powder at the flea markets and stuff because I'm not going to use it on my body, but I put this, like I just put glue stick on here. And so then I'm going to take Julie from Heather. Wait, what's from Heather?
Um, on the challenge for the material, is the whole page fabric or just the pocket or tuck spot? Um, either or both, because this is my vacation month. So I'm not gonna give you guys the yeah, it needs to be material. Um, I challenge you to try to make a page out of material. But if you'd like to just make your pocket or your embellishment out of material this month, it's okay. So, did I answer that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. The answer is yes.
A little bird here and put that on the end of this and took the words off so you can write on it. And I can then put some watercolor on it, put this in the mail. What's cool about some ink,
Watercolor too.
yeah, if I used a fountain pen on here instead of the pit, a pit pen is not going to bleed with water. But if I'd used a fountain pen and then went and added water and kind of little spritz, it'll make the ink bleed and it'll look like it's 100-year-old letter that you're sending to your
Oh,
friend. So that's really a cool effect too. I did that to Lori B. Sent her the poor
oh,
letter, bled all over.
it says frozen. Let
Who
me
me?
see. No, we're both moving.
Uh-oh. She may just be cold.
I had the thing covered up so I wouldn't have known.
No, you are good. Okay. She was just,
Okay. Thank you.
and the
Yeah.
gold that Julie loves. There's
Oh,
a,
I love that gold, you guys. I got something similar, but not even.
yeah, this is the brand that I get. It's at Walmart. Yay, Walmart. Now, see, they're the ones who should give us money. We drop their name so much.
Yep.
So, what I do is I shake my paint bottle. There's a little bit of paint in the lid, and I dropped a couple of drops of water down in there. And so now on Julie's How's It Going letter, I'm going to just splatter on here a little bit of gold.
So cool.
And then, because I want to add a little bit of gilding around the edge, and this fan brush was the cheapest one they had at Hobby Lobby. And you can see the end of it is just really bad, but I'm not using it for painting. I'm using it for splattering. And that's what I wanted. I wanted a really rough edge. So cheap brushes are great for splattering.
Oh, you found some I have to tell you, I found remember I knew that there was a new bottle of gold glitter that I had it out, and when I was cleaning my desk, for some reason, it was over behind where the cup that my scissors are in. I don't know why it was there, but I found it. And so I did find one. I do still have the dried one. Thank you. You found some gold. Oh, I was bummed that I hadn't been able to find that because it's one of my favorite things. What?
Said Dwight, Walmart is the Twilight Zone. You get in there and you can't get out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do do
Yes,
do.
you can keep it, Kat. Thank you so much for thinking of me. It's probably your thinking of me helped it get found. But I found that today, and I found the top for the art glitter glue. So, today was a good finding day, and both of them had it they were not where I would have thought they should have been. They were not there.
So I'm not always about just washing out my paintbrush. I want to get every bit of that gold. So I just cleaned out the lid on this tape, and I'm now cleaning off the brush on this tape on the book page side of the tape so that it'll have that gold underneath there for when you use it on your page as your faux washi. So,
Faux washi. You guys remember that. Faux washi. Very important.
and that faux is spelled Phoughe. No?
No. Oh my goodness. Marianne said she found her X-Acto knife today in the bottom of her scrap box.
Yay, Marianne.
Hooray! Hooray for finding things.
Yes, it's always good to be able to find the murder weapon where you last put it. Oh, I watched it, I guess. Where was the X-Acto knife? In the bottom of the scrap box.
There you go. This is my favorite glue.
June, I do hope you are having fun messing around with us there on this side of the pond. My daddy went to Scotland before he passed away. He did a 14-day trip over there. That was wonderful that he was able to do.
That's cool.
He always went to Bates, Arkansas, Batesville, Arkansas, to the Lions College there for the Gathering of the Clan, which is CLAN, where they would come and play the bagpipes and the bands. And every year he would go to that. So he was really excited when he did get to go to Scotland there 25 years ago. It was a beautiful experience. All righty. You ready, Julie, to
Oh,
see,
I'm glad you're enjoying.
see your
We've
letter?
been looking forward to this ever since Andrea brought it
Yes.
up. We're like, "Oh, how can we do this?" So, it's going to be it's something that we're gonna do. It's not gonna be like a weekly thing or whatever. The other thing is we do wanna be able to have other people come on and scrap. So, yeah. So
If
if you are interested in doing that, uh, there is a place for you to sign. There's a post in, or there will be. I think I already put it, but I don't remember for sure. My memory today is
it was
lacking.
June for Daddy. He passed away. He was 70, just shy. Well, actually, it was May the 14th, 25 years ago, that
Oh
he
wow,
passed. But he got to go there and he got to go to Edinburgh Castle. He got to listen to the pipers play. It was just really an experience. And then he also had a camcorder back in the day when there was a camcorder, and so he got to record it, and so we got to see that experience that he had. Those pipers were amazing. Mimi, how's it going? Are the sirens off? Did they come on? Are you guys okay? Are we the only windy ones here? At verbal winding? I just want to clarify.
verbal Wendy. Eh,
You
So who
got
do we?
ink pads,
Well,
Marianne.
oh my goodness. Well, Marianne is she. You're unpacking right from your your house move, right? So I have from one of my moves, I never did find the yellow Tupperware container that had the silverware in it. Never found it. Never. Never found it. And I packed it specifically like that because it was something I was like, okay, we're gonna need silverware when we get to Iowa. So I'm going to pack this like this so that I can find it. And it was never to be found again. Never. Never ever found it.
Well, it's perfectly preserved if it's in Tupperware because, that'll keep like years in landfills. So somebody eventually will find it.
Well, and if they found it and they didn't like the way they looked or the color, it was had a lifetime warranty, so they could exchange it for the current color and all
Yeah.
that. But mine was a wedding present, and I was like disappointed.
Uh,
Plus, we didn't have any silverware.
Willoughby has brought me a toy. He's like,
Oh,
talk long enough. It's time to play. Go get it.
oh, the bus, the bus just got there with her grandkids. 40 minutes late. My grandson, the day of the one of the well, the day that their town got like 4 inches of rain, um, it took him an extra 4 hours to get home. The
Well, I'm gonna let you go
you
because
what?
I I, I did something I shouldn't have. I drank some tea. So I love you guys.
So you're gonna leave? Like
Well, no, what I could do is I could leave the room. I will be back. You
that's
visit
what
with,
you could do.
but
I will visit.
I am an old lady. I'm just saying, this is real. This is live. This is Big Mama. I'll be back.
Okay. We'll see you in a few. Okay. So yeah. So is your warning off now, Mimi? Okay, so I have a second page, you guys. I have a second page done, and this one's kind of springy colors. And so, yeah, so doing things that are faster. So I'm gonna go away from this. I'm gonna put this in with that other one that's similar, so that when I'm going through, I can go, oh, I've got this page and this page. Sure, I am. I say that there. So I'm going to put this in with the other page that I did. You're in Southwest Missouri. So where at? Mimi, the Southwest Missouri had a lot of them the night I was watching the thing, the Ryan Hall. There was a whole lot of go to your shelter if you are in Joplin. Go to your shelter if you are in Carthage. I was like, wow. Okay, so I'm thinking the washi tape is probably one of my fastest being able to make things. So I'm going to go ahead and do a couple more washi tapes. I have my double-sided tape. I have some tissue here, and I'm just going to go ahead and put that on there because that was a really fast way for some of this that I will actually be able to use. I have a journal that I'm working on. Um, that I
Matt.
She's
I
back.
thank you so much. Glad you noticed me. Gone.
Look at see. Welcome back. Glad you're back. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Mimi. Yep, those are your colors, huh? That page.
You did an orange page?
I did. Well, it
Oh,
had these on it from
Amy,
my
look.
gel plate.
Yeah. She needs to put that in the mail to you.
I found some. Well, I had a bunch of orange stuff for my butterfly journal and then I didn't use it all. But I also have an orange box of stuff. Hi, April. Aw, we're her two favorite people.
April, you make me just girl, you are just too special. You're like cheerleader on steroids when it
Yep.
comes to encouraging people.
Yeah. Thank you for that. We have a lot of those.
Yeah.
They are. We
But
have a
see,
lot of those.
friend's money, and she doesn't even ask for a dime. Hi, Mimi. The check is in the mail.
So I have some more faux washi because that I can make that fast.
PHOUGHE. Po.
I,
Po.
I want to. I want to make some things I can make fast because my box isn't moving.
No, look at this. I am making more faux wash.
With
I can't get rid of it, but I can because I have Ava and Kathy. Oh, so you did hear me, Mimi. Oh my gosh, she's
Yep,
gonna.
she's a cuckoo head.
Okay, got another page.
Oh,
See, look at that book page. And you guys are thinking, why don't you just buy stationery? Oh, right. Everybody stationery. That's cool. You get a letter like this in the mail. Look at that. Yeah, yeah.
if you've gotten one of those letters from Big Mama, you're like going, yeah.
Oh, well, anybody. I mean, it'll just take everything up a notch. So, wow, we now have documentation of their insanity for when they need to be put away because only a crazy person would do that, right?
Probably true. Yeah,
That was what you
I'll give you that.
okay.
But are we having fun yet?
I have absolutely had the best time ever. This has just been wonderful.
That's
And
why I didn't want you to go yet. I was like, wait a minute, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I need to
yeah,
go.
and to have all of you hanging in there with us. I mean, we're not the only
Well,
crazy here.
especially if you might have been here in the very beginning when we weren't,
Okay, so I am
but we thought we were.
and I am just weaving them together. This is not original to me. It's been out there for thousands of years, but I thought that since I have the scraps here that I would go ahead and do some weaving. Oh, my battery is low.
Oh,
I'd use up the whole battery.
okay. Well, that is our sign. We did say that that would be our sign if one of us was low. That was our sign. And it's not because we want to go, but um, yeah, we didn't want to be here. I don't want to be here by myself, and so uh,
You have
yeah.
chatters. Ah,
But this was a lot of fun, and please let us know if you enjoyed it. And also, there will be a post for those that might be interested in joining in on the Scrap and Chat, and how we can continue to do it and help, and also to see other people's scrappy scrap. So the idea being that we're going to try and find a way that we can have more than just, well, definitely, I will facilitate, but I would like to take a back seat and let more of the people to be able to come forward and to share if they would like to. And so also, if you went and got your babies out, you got your scrap babies out. I know that Kat shared hers in the crafty um, that's your scrap box, okay? Mama actually,
Yeah, I gotta pet my babies. Uh-oh, she froze. I'm not frozen, right? Tell me I'm not frozen. Her battery's getting low. Yeah. Um, while she's not able to talk, I will talk. I want you to know that if you, for some reason, are here
I'm
in,
back.
yeah, be quiet, I'm talking. I noticed that when I did a live, the only one I ever did, that the chat was moving and my eyes aren't good on this telephone to be able to read every one of them. So if we didn't acknowledge you, believe me, our hearts are totally engaged with the community, that we were not ignoring anybody. This chat goes by and we didn't see you, but tomorrow when the chat pulls up live, because for some reason it doesn't always, the chat doesn't always post, and we go back and see it, we may put something in the comment that says, oh, here's the answer to that $1 million question. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry if we missed any of you. It wasn't intentional.
Yep. 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 So thank you for making our day.
Yeah, it
And
was wonderful.
yeah, and thank you, Andrea, for the idea. We will be continuing to have this, and if you feel brave, if that's the word that you would use, and would like to join us again, please. I'll be putting something in the crafty community, and so we can do that. And, what else? That's about it. And I'm gonna keep this, it's on my desk
And it's open.
for the
It's
and it's
open.
open, and even it's open here and here, and, inquiring minds want to know what I think, and so I will be, thank you, Nadia. Thank you very much. Um, I will be trying it, and so I will let you
Well,
know, and I hope I like it because I have the big bottle. So, yeah. So thank you guys for encouraging me to try it, and if you can, if you continue to ask me, and I'll remember to try and you keep trying to use it. So, Mary
oh,
says she worked on her
yeah.
masterboard.
Kat says that she wants to go on camera. Kat, you are so, so wonderful. Everybody would love to see you. You just get on
Yep.
here and talk. You
Yep.
guys know I'm no professional. I just love
Well,
all of it.
obviously I'm not, 'cause if y'all missed that,
Yeah.
Big Mama
No,
and I
no,
were
I
here
didn't
chatting,
miss it.
and we were teaching and everything. We had all this great content.
I didn't miss it.
I forgot to
What do
hit the go live button.
you
So
yeah.
the chat was going, and then finally somebody says, "Are they going to come on?" I'm answering questions in the chat because Big Mama was showing us her scrap boxes and stuff. So we had to do all that all over. We also had a technical difficulty with microphones. So that all happened in the beginning. So
Yeah.
thank you for being patient through that. And if you happen to go back and watch the beginning of this video, also thank you for that. I will try and see if I can edit that because from what I'm seeing on other channels that go live, they're able to edit that beginning out. And I would only do that because the noise was disturbing. It was you could hear everything except our voices. So everything that we touched and we banged and we the paper, you could hear all that and you could hear our voices a little bit. So we will try and take care of that. So again, thank you guys so very much. And thank you for joining us. And we'll be trying this again and again. And
Yeah.
I just really want to thank Big Mama for coming on and crafting with me. Um, you guys, is she not
Felt
amazing?
I felt like I had a
Absolutely
gather
amazing.
I felt like I was at the gathering again, and all you women were here at my house, and it was wonderful having you all here in my home. It was wonderful.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. I can't believe I fit you all in here in this room
Yeah,
with all my stuff.
and
I'm just
and
shocked.
yeah, they didn't raise a bit of a ruckus. We don't have to cook for them either.
Nope, nope, no enchiladas. No
Nope.
enchiladas. So,
Well, I love you guys. Uh, be well. Stay safe in these storms. Bye-bye.
bye. Bye. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, how do I get out of this one? Bye, I really am going. You saw my face. Ah, bye. And my hand.